Hello, it's me again. If you're wondering, oh, okay, JMB, where is your uh Wuthering Waves videos and other stuff that isn't just about the story quest slash the quests? Well, look, okay, let's just say I've been stressed out in the last couple of months. Like, do you know how much work I have to do outside of this channel? Outside of playing games, I have to do a bunch of stuff that gets done but leaves me irritated at the end of the day. This rant is not necessarily about like how bad the TOA is, but how challenging the TOA makes it so that I literally can't play WoWa because I just have bad memories with it every time. Like, oh, so it's a skill issue. Yeah, it's a skill issue, but what can I do about it? It's not like you can make a someone that is like on school or like on work just suddenly like, oh, go try hard on this one game. And like, I mean, look, my YouTube channel isn't even that much. It's like a couple of viewers or something. But like every time I try to, oh, so this, but like every time I try to think about why uh I just can't do DOA. I think it was because that I do
What are
like
you
building
yearning for?
characters. But like for
Wind
example,
against my
know
eyes.
how to play Camellia. I have played Camellia a lot, but like for example, I haven't played Gacha or Shisha in a while, and especially against bosses. Like if I have a character, then they're usually built enough so that I can kill the echoes in and around the opportune time. I just believe that maybe due to the fact that I'm become so, let's just say, uh aware of how my like basically just an epiphany about my life situation. I've become more introspective of what I do around, especially around video games. This was one of them. And more I think about it, the more I just like, okay, I think that I do like, I know, I did like the Genshin Impact elemental system. It's just that it isn't good enough. What I mean by that? Like, what I mean is that there are like things about it that uh restricted from fully being more complex. Like, what I imagine is like, okay, I know this is completely out of left field, but like hybrid elements and like more reactions are way better and also enhanced reactions for different type of characters. I don't know. I feel like it'd be better, but also because gacha games, probably. Most likely because it's a gacha game. You know, if it weren't a gacha game, then probably it would be have better incentives to have more complex gameplay. And I mean, kasi all of this just revolves around that, right? All this just revolves around E,
Pruning. Let's
Q,
have fun.
which alt isn't built, yeah, and R, right? So if all of these character kits are centered around pressing E, Q, R, mouse 1 sometimes, and occasionally watching your forte bar, then you can implement it in mobile. But for example, uh in Genshin Impact, I think you just have to manage the. I think you only see the health bar, and like the only reason that the forte bar was even envisioned. No, not the only reason, but I think it was because I don't know Fontaine. So sorry, but like it's like similar to the HP drain in Fontaine about of the like I don't know the thing that prevents you from healing that gives you higher damage or does something with the character's kit, and the insane amount of healing that Kokomi or Furina does will be able to benefit more damage, right? So when I look at that gameplay, okay, and I look at Wuthering Waves, I go, okay, so there's a clear difference in gameplay, but the reason I play Wuthering Waves is because I can tolerate, I
A
like the
good vantage
gameplay as
point.
well. It's just that I can actually progress the story without thinking about why this game sucks or something like that, or how they didn't do this or that, or how um boring the gameplay sometimes, or how, like, I think artifact system is one of the most stupid systems in all of games, including this one. I have never focused on echoes, but the more I think about it, the more I think that echoes are like the reasons that I'm not. Oh, share. Put it here, guys. Anyways, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I think it's about the echoes that I have, but I mean, who has time to build echoes as someone who barely, like, plays a lot of games? Like, I don't just don't have one game. I have multiple games I play, and this is just one of them. And the amount of difficulty I realize is like people praise like DMC or MGRR. Like, I think not necessarily MGRR, but like more complex characters because, oh, because you can do the more replayability. It's good for games that have replayability, and if I ever make a game, I would have that. But for me personally, as a game designer, I would focus around what I like to play, which is just more casual type. Like, I don't know. Command Steam is good for two reasons. One, it does a lot of damage. Two, it's very simple to play. Like, all you have to do is fill Forte of Shorekeeper, fill this short, fill this Forte by getting the ice shards, and then just dodging sometimes just in case, and then I know charging up this boom, and then after you get enough Forte, you can switch to Camellia, and after you switch to Camellia, you're basically done. Just spam Alt,
Struggle harder.
oops,
Entertain me.
spam Alt, spam E, maybe Q sometimes, and just, or, it's just that, which for me is cool. That's all I have to do, and that's already mechanically complex for me. I know. Maybe I'm just
Would
scatterbrained
you like a
sometimes. I, I mean, I used to have a mechanically complex team, and it's this team. I call Shisha. I know this is a bit complex. You're like, okay, so you have two characters. It's a duo DPS quick swap that has one DPS that almost requires dodging to function and has resistance interruptions. Basically, outclass every stripper form by Shang Liao. Xixia, on the other hand, while there is a glacial DPS, there is no fusion DPS, so she isn't outclassed yet. However, she's also the biggest. I don't know how, but I feel like this whole
all fired up?
yung yan, yung ganyan. I feel like that the whole gameplay is like um contradicted by how many, like, for example, you're fighting an enemy here and then you're like, okay, I dodge and then I hit. But how do I, like, to use the forte bar you need to go away and then you need to tarararara spam the enemy and then go back and hit a couple pot shots, yeah? But like sometimes I just feel that you can't even use the this one, okay? Because you just get interrupted. Like even if you like, okay, shoot the forte bar
Think
and
you
I'm
can
moving
catch up?
away, it just tends to build shit that there's person arrive here. I gotta stay silent. Switching of thought. Anyways, yeah. So if you have this going on and then get interrupted, you won't be able to get the full damage potential. Which at that point, why did you even do it? And you have to fill the forte bar again. Okay, like this is fast, right? and you dodge. But you can even like, for example,
Sucks to
yeah,
be
you gain 40 bar by doing that, right? And then you just wait and you can do the da thing. But what I think is it basically makes that like non-functional. Like if you want to use Shisha, you only use this, and you only use that, and you do this. You don't use our 40 bar at all. This one, and then you use our concerto bar to switch to someone else and do damage, switch, etc. etc. Can probably use these three things, but I cannot right now just do it because I'm probably too irritated that I just can't do it. Even if I just give up and use Verena, like I haven't built Carlotta yet. I don't have Rochia, and honestly, I'm just kind of getting burnt out of the game. Like I like playing the game, but I don't like playing it. You know,
That sucks.
you know when people say that I know that the content is too easy. Okay, buddy. Like the whole the whole like all claws have no forms depend. I like everything except the last part. Well, some people say, oh, the 6 is pretty boring. The 7 is actually the best one, which I'm not saying it's not good. It's actually probably good if I had any patience to try. I mean, it has dot. You
Everyone's
have
safe
to
and
just
sound. Looks like I didn't practice for nothing then.
you just have to be really careful to destroy all the dot effects. And I hate that. I wasn't gonna deal with more just punishing mechanics when I'm already having a hard time just rotating around, right? Yeah. This event I actually like. It's like yeah, like I got all the asteroids for it, and even though I didn't get this, I felt it was perfectly fair for them to get this because it was a bonus for get for it being better the mechanics, but I managed to do it. It's a fine event actually. No mechanics using the already mechanics. It's good. Pincer maneuver, you know my opinion about it. It's a fucking disaster. Bye. And this doesn't count. None of this counts. Okay. Tactical holograms. I haven't actually said anything about this, but I hate the. I think I have mentioned this in like the story videos, but I hate the fallacy of no return here. I hate it, and I think one of the bosses here I hated so much that I was physically mentally exhausted. Like physically and mentally exhausted. Like I didn't even do anything yet. I was still physically mentally exhausted just by playing this darn that's why it's called phantom pain. I have to experience the pain. Okay. And yeah, TOA. Mm, I feel like there's no point in buying any of this or even what do you call this? Like playing this tower because it gets to the point where it gets to the point where you wonder to yourself, does it really matter if I get 700 asteroids if I don't feel good about getting it? It's the problem with experiencing stuff like this and people just saying, oh, it's a skill issue. Yeah, I know. You do not need to tell me that it's a skill issue, but then what would this be ranting for? Yeah, what would be the point of ranting if it wasn't looking at, if it wasn't asking people's opinions? If it's people's opinions is the issue, then oh, that's it. That's all you can do, right? Um, uh, but I never have
Think you
this
can catch up?
mindset of try hardening a like game. Like for example,
Up and
whenever I
away.
do like events, the combat that doesn't really feature any spoken dialogue, I just watch a YouTube video or something, or just do something else while it does. For example, playing like doing the combat while I listen to like music, etc., etc. I just not really
Up,
fully
up and
locked
away.
in, because if I fully locked in, you best bet that I won't enjoy the game because I'm gonna get pissed off. Maybe it's just isn't good for people with anger issues, but what would you have me do then? If I
Think
still
you can
enjoy
catch
the
up?
game, I just don't like doing the TOA. So don't do the TOA. Yeah, right. Like I am gonna skip that astrites, and that's the problem. It's not that you just can skip it, no, because the whole, yeah, this, and I have a problem. They've already fixed the material issue with Depths of Elusive Realm, but guess what? They removed it this time, and I'm mad. I'm mad that they just didn't have Depths of Elusive Realm as a permanent event that had seasons. Like, I don't know why. Like, seriously, can you just make it permanent along with the so-called new Whimpering Waves or something? I just hate how the materials still have to be collected through manual echo grinding, which takes so long to do. I don't like doing this types of stuff. I mean, oh, but it's relaxing. Oh, I mean, it never has been interesting to go around and kill a bunch of, like, it's basically grinding. Never that interesting. Like, do most people just not have like
Everyone safe and
something
sound?
else doing? Like, do they not have anything else to do other than like grind echoes? Like to get materials? Like, how do you get so much materials? Oh, but there's boxes. But those boxes are limited. There needs to be a renewable way of getting materials without having to do the shitty overwhelm. It has already been explained in previous like I've seen this in multiple videos and how Depths of
Ready to
Elusive Realm
roll out?
fix the problem. Like they already fixed the problem. Why isn't it there? And I realized, isn't this like what Genshin Impact did to understand? Like they have like good events that just disappear at a certain point. I don't think Depths of Elusive Realm will disappear. No, no, no. I don't think so. If they come back to Jin Show, most likely it's gonna appear again. But I ask of you, please make it a permanent game mode with the same weekly mechanics. I feel that the whole like okay,
Another day,
there's another thing
another heroic
I'm
feat.
complaining about. This stamina system, it only goes up to 408. I hate that. That should be around 400 for at least 1 month. Like it's not that I don't play much WoW. I just wish that there was more stacks sometimes. Like maybe one day just wanna do like side quests, just not spend my resin. So I can save it for like okay. For example, like right now, let's say I'm like tired, just do my dailies, I'm like get out and do my dailies and then get out, right? But over time, like for example, if I never find like a suitable like this week or under 4 days, you just waste re you just waste resin or wave
What do we
plate,
have here? You can't hide from me.
and that just feels so bad, especially when like I like Honkai Star Rail. I liked Honkai Star Rail. Okay, I like the gameplay loop. I like the progression system. I hate power creep, and I hate how interesting mechanics are locked behind 5-star characters, and how
Ready to
they never release 4 stars or 5 stars consistently that don't power creep or just get power crept by the next patch. But I like the gameplay look. It's a sign of being a casual game while still having, like, for example, like you can just have like off games, like for example this entire week of non-stop school shit. I just get to build my characters, like passively building my characters, and then when I have free time I can just, okay, so I have this fully built Jade team, I just have this fully built Lingsha team, and then boom, I can use them out, try them out in the endgame modes. Of course, the endgame modes aren't perfect,
Ready to
I'd
roll
say.
out?
I haven't done pure fiction of that thing yet. I'm going to after I do this video. But yeah, I just I know wish for that type of, like, I can try hard, but sometimes I feel that I'm missing out on something
Everyone's safe and
if
sound?
I
Looks like I didn't
don't
practice for
do
nothing then.
something quite as fast. Like for example, what else am I supposed to do? Build Carlotta, build Spectral DBS. Ugh, in 24 days? You know that I'm gonna forget that, right? I might as well do it if I want to, like right now, right? But I can't do it. I just can't. Like now with these 3 fucking guards, I swear, I hate those
Everyone's
3
safe and
guards
sound? Looks
because
like I didn't
you
practice
miss
for nothing
one
then.
dodge and you get comboed. You just get comboed and you have to restart because your characters are dead. Like, I just hate that. I don't like how, like, for example, s- I would wish for like if I deal enough damage, they stagger and then I can like
Ready to
just
roll out?
attack them and then I dodge,
Anytime.
build up my ultimate, do it again. But it's just not satisfying. For example, like, okay, I do Chisha ult and then I do the something, do a bit of basic damage. I'm supposed to break them and then I don't. So it's just a more long of just dodging, shooting, dodging, shooting, dodging, shooting, dodging, shooting. Pretty tiring to do. And maybe it's just my a tired, burnt out brain saying this, but I don't like doing that anymore. I want to be able to do huge bursts of
Ready to roll out?
damage with like
Anytime.
precise evading slash taking damage mechanic, but uh, doesn't feel something to build Forte in that way in that boss fight. I just I remember how I defeated Light Crusher. I don't like talking about the Light Crusher. I don't like talking about it and I don't want to.
Ready to
It's
roll out?
it's the
Anytime.
epitome of how I hate just how I hate having to try so hard to defeat this specific boss because it was required, because it had like rewards and events and oh because Asher because of this. I don't think that had any like substantial reward, like more of like Shield of Tide, like nightmares currently in Renacida, but uh I still feel
Ready to
immense
roll
amount of
out?
trauma just
Anytime.
looking at like crushers before I crushed them with Ginashi, or like I massacre every light crusher I went through. They do not deserve to be left behind. Same with these knights. I will kill each and every one of them if I encounter them in the overworld. I hate it because once combined, they basically screw up you if you mess up, which means you have to be perfect in dodge counters. So, okay, so
Ready to
basically you're
roll out?
just asking me
Anytime.
to wait on damage while I dodge, hoping that I do enough damage to get to 3 stars. Hey, that's the thing too, time limits. Like, okay, if all I had to do was dodge and then damage them, that wouldn't matter, but there's a fucking time limit of 2 minutes. In fact, why have the extra 3 minutes if the rewards are locked behind 3 stars anyway? Like, what's the point? Just make it 2 minutes if it's not gonna. Oh, but
Everyone
like
safe and sound?
no
Looks like
one
I
just
didn't practice for nothing
have,
then.
no one just does these end game modes for like halfway through. Like, you're not gonna do power of adversity like only 2 stars or 1 star. No, you're gonna 3 star. You're gonna full star the whole tower of adversity. So what's the point of having those fucking extra
Everyone safe
time
and
limits
sound?
if
Looks like I didn't
all you're
practice
gonna
for nothing
get
then.
is just a 2 star? You're gonna restart anyway. Might as well start now. And the problem is I'm so focused on trying to dodge that by the time I notice that I get a 2 star um because I failed this one dodge counter and now I passed over 3 minutes, I'm like, ugh.
Ready to
Now
roll
I
out?
realize I
Anytime.
have to go and restart and do that again. Yeah, I just don't like how hard it is. Like, I was gonna complain about how hard it is on mobile, but playing it on PC, yeah, probably a skill issue for me, but I haven't seen mobile players do it. I think not yet anyway. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of all I have to say.
Everyone safe and sound?
In
Looks like I didn't
summary,
practice for
in my
nothing then.
ramblings, I basically explained how, due to my tiredness and irritation from real life matters that I have to attend to, I can't play any endgame now. I don't want to play endgame, and it makes me physically and mentally exhausting, and I don't want to hate the game just because of stupid game modes, because that always happens. There's always experimentation. There's always room for change. And I do not want to sacrifice
Everyone safe and sound?
in
Looks like I didn't
anything
practice for
here
nothing
like what
then.
I did for 1.2. I hate being like traumatized by that stupid 1.2 event. Like, oh, there's this Shangli Yao, you never get him. Because what? I was busy having a mental breakdown during fucking 1.2 update during that school time. Wow, great enough time. So I just, well,
Everyone safe and
yeah.
sound? Looks like I didn't
I
practice
wanted
for
to do
nothing
the
then.
event. I wanted to do the hangout stuff. It just didn't materialize because, like, you know how much I regret not getting Jersey until recently? You know, I just dislike what happened during 1.2. My absence of 1.2. Generally,
Ready to
I
roll
think
out?
I like
Anytime.
everything else except the new combat. Like, I like 2.0 actually, peak, but the endgame shit, just not my style, dude. I hate it so much. I don't like it. It's You're probably gonna mention, don't you have level 90 characters? If you look at the build that if you look at the builds, you expect
Another
that I
day,
wouldn't have any
another
I
hunt.
see
problems.
my way
I have a
clear.
lot of level 90
Understood. Hopefully,
characters.
we'll make. May I?
Let me be. I should try to smile more, you say?
Let's
I have
reach
a lot of
Father
level
Destiny.
90
Ready to roll out?
characters. So,
Anytime.
and some of them, you have your 2 out of 3 supports built. You have their best sub DPS, not including the Yinlins of the whole 5-star supports. So you have everything you want. Why are you suffering? I just don't like power creep too. PoA is not a good game mode, and I don't know why people think it is. It's a
Everyone safe and sound?
copy
Looks like I didn't
of,
practice for nothing
not
then.
Spiral Best. You think I was gonna say that? No. It's a copy of PGR's mechanic of it. And honestly, there should be changes. But I'm too tired to make them today. But here's my take. Make wave plate to 400 like in HSR.
Another
Also
day,
increase the
another
wave plate
heroic
from
me.
12 to 300 like in HSR. Just do it. It's not that hard. You won't lose anything. Whatever. Make echo farming better by having actual conversion of echo into echo XP, and also have elusive realm type material getting, because as of right now the
Another
fucking
day,
talent
another heroic me.
material domains are not enough. So have that back in. Big, and also please, for the love of God, stop having these specific, stop having downsides for characters that you have. Don't
Everyone safe and
have
sound?
fusion
Looks like
res
Impact is
increase
for
or
nothing then.
glacial res increase just because, oh, you want to use this thing? Ah, fuck you. Just don't. You can have increases, but if, like, for example, you can use the desired team of Spectral Rover, but you can still use a Camellia without getting screwed over by Res. I hate resistance because if there's
Ready to
a,
roll out?
it's such an inherent
Anytime.
imbalance. So okay, but then you can use different teams. Alright, you can use different teams like I have, and like building teams isn't a process it's in and of itself. I like the progress. I like how I like how Wuthering Waves has progression, except for the ecosystem. But except for talent mats too. I like how it works. Like I like how domains work, okay?
Ready to roll out?
That's it.
Anytime.
The progression system is fine. I can tolerate it. But the way it builds up to just fucking TOA, I don't like that. Okay? That's my conclusion. Because it's been 30 minutes and I'm tired. I'm gonna quit WUA right now and go play Pure Fiction in my own time. You won't be seeing gameplay footage from me,
Another day,
but
another heroic me.
because I don't have anything to impress to you other than, oh, look at this team or look at that team. I'll probably show like a link shop Firefly team once I got that build, but the other team, I mean, you only know what the Herta and Jade do with each other. I haven't built Jade yet, so whatever. You know how that works. I don't need to explain to you, and I haven't built it yet. So anyways, if you sat through
Ready to
that
roll out?
whole rambling and
Anytime.
got any questions and answers, leave them down. Just be what do you call this? Detailed about it. Don't just say skill issue and then promptly don't explain what I should do or what I should or what you think about it, because, well, the whole point is, isn't it? I'm not gonna remove your comment because like, what would it matter? I have like barely any comments anyway. But you know,
Ready to
just it
roll
won't be
out?
productive.
Anytime.
Anyways, that's about it. I'll get out.
Everyone safe and sound?
Well,